Grandma jokes, grandmother jokes. Q. Why do grandmas smile all the time? A. Because they can't hear a word you're saying. Q. When is your grandma's bedtime? A. 3 hours after she falls asleep on the couch. Q. Why do grandmas count pennies? A. They are the only ones who have the time. Q. When do you know your grandma is old enough to retire? A. Instead of lying about her age she start bragging about it. Q. What's that wrinkly thing on grandma? A. Grandpa. Q. What do you call having your grandma on speed dial? A. Instagram. Q. What's the worst part about being grandpa? A. You have to sleep with grandma. Q. What does your grandma's pussy taste like? A. Depends. Grandma, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle yet. Grandson, grandma please put your bra back on. Grandma, look they made a movie about the Smurfs grown up. Son, grandma please shhhhhhh, that's Avatar. Grandma's iPod. You're So Varicose Vein by Carly Simon. How Can You Mend a Broken Hip? By the Bee Gees. I Can't See Clearly Now by Johnny Nash. These Boots Give Me Arthritis by Nancy Sinatra. Once, twice, 3 trips to the bathroom by the Commodores. I Get By With a Little Help from Depends by the Beatles. Talking About My Medication by The Who. You Can't Always Pee When You Want by the Rolling Stones. I Heard It Through the Grape Nuts by Marvin Gaye. Oh Grandma. A dying grandma tells her grandchild, I want to leave you my farm. That includes the barn, livestock, the harvest, the tractor, and other equipment, the farmhouse and $24,548,750.45 in cash. The grandchild, absolutely floored and about to become rich says, Oh! Grandma, you are so generous. I didn't even know you had a farm. Where is it? With her last breath, Grandma whispered, Facebook. 103 years old. A reporter was interviewing a 103-year-old great-grandma, and what do you think is the best thing about being 103? The reporter asked. She simply replied, no peer pressure. Elderly couple. A kid's grandparents visit over the holidays go to church for Christmas. Massachusetts. Halfway through the service, the grandma leans over and whispers in her husband's ear, I've just let out a silent fart. What do you think I should do? The grandpa replies, put a new battery in your hearing aid. Grandma's driving. 2 Jewish grandmas Marie and Edith were out driving in a large car both could barely see over the dashboard. As they were cruising along they came to an intersection. The stoplight was red but they just went on through. The Edith in the passenger seat thought to herself I must be losing it. I could have sworn we just went through a red light. After a few more minutes they came to another intersection and the light was red again and again they went right though. This time Edith was almost sure that the light had been red but was really concerned that she was losing it. She was getting nervous and decided to pay very close attention to the road and the next intersection to see what was going on. At the next intersection, sure enough, the light was definitely red and they went right through and she turned to the Marie and said, Marie, did you know we just ran through 3 red lights in a row? You could have killed us. Marie turned to her and said, oh, am I driving brand new hearing aid? And Grandma who had serious hearing problems for a number of years went to the doctor to be fitted for a hearing aid that would return her hearing to 100%. The grandma went back for further tests a month later and the doctor said, your hearing is perfect. Your family must be really pleased that you can hear again. To which the elderly woman replied, oh, I haven't told my family yet. I just sit around and listen to the conversations. I've changed my will 3 times. Final request. A grandma from Brooklyn decided to prepare her will and make her final requests. She told her rabbi she had two final requests. First, she wanted to be cremated, and second, she wanted her ashes scattered over Bloomingdale's. Bloomingdale's! The rabbi exclaimed. Why Bloomingdale's? Then I'll be sure my daughters visit me twice a week. Two smokers. Two grandmas Edith and Marie were outside their nursing home, having a smoke when it started to rain. Edith pulled out a condom, cut off the end, put it over her cigarette, and continued smoking. Marie, what's that? Edith, a condom. This way my cigarette doesn't get wet. Marie, where did you get it? Edith, you can get them at any drugstore. The next day, Marie hobbles herself into the local drugstore and announces to the pharmacist that she wants a box of condoms. The guy looks at her kind of strangely. She is, after all, over 80 years of age, but politely asks what brand she prefers. Marie, it doesn't matter as long as it fits a camel. The pharmacist fainted.